won't stop, so gonna get on the ride. Twisting and turning through life. No matter how rough it gets, I'll get by. Home moves with me where I roam. It's in every dream I make my own. I'm never alone. I know that every day will always bring me something new.
Well, we made it to the top of Hornet Lookout. Now this is Bowman Lake in Glacier National Park. Alice and I have driven in through Pole Bridge and gotten back to Kintla Lake. There's the lake back there behind us. I'll raise that up a little bit. Today we're going to Bowman Lake in Glacier National Park. So to get to Bowman Lake, you have to take, well, we're going to take the North Fork Road out of Columbia Falls, Montana. Go out to Pole Bridge, which if you haven't seen our video on Pole Bridge yet, link above somewhere. Make sure you check that one out because Pole Bridge is a really cool place. So just past Pole Bridge is an entrance to Glacier National Park. So you go through that entrance and you go to the trail that goes to Bowman Lake. And then when we get done with that, we're hoping to hike to Hornet Lookout. And the hike is only about a mile in, so it shouldn't be a bad hike. But we're in Montana, it's bear season, and I got no bear spray.
Okay, so I'll make you a deal.
I don't like deals.
I made lunch. You go find the ice chest. I'll go find the bear spray. How's that?
The ice chest part's going to be easy.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Well, I'll go find the bear spray. I think I might know where it is.
Because you put it there.
Probably. So we are now on the road to Bowman Lake. It's a very thin road, dirt road.
Thin road or narrow road?
Narrow. How about a narrow? It's a narrow road, and it's bumpy, but it's not too bad. We did put it in four-wheel drive just so we don't, you know, have the back end slipping around and whatever. So it's really not that bad. Saw a lot of little, what are they? Ground squirrels, groundhogs, bear food.
Bear food.
So we're hoping that where you find food, you may find bear. So here's a little bit of this thin, narrow road. How's that? Nice little picnic day use area here.
Yeah, pretty nice. Look at this big bonfire pit they have.
That's pretty cool.
With the benches around it.
Bring
Kind of surprised they have that with as many issues as this park has had with wildfires over the years. I mean, the road is pretty clear, but
yeah. We're gonna walk down the boat launch here to check out the lake and see what's down here besides water.
yeah,
You see it in the tree? Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's beautiful.
well, this is Bowman Lake in Glacier National Park. It's really pretty here right now. We've managed to get a few pictures of the mountains in the background there reflecting in the lake. The lake's pretty calm right now. Seen a loon, but it was out quite a ways, so I don't think we got any pictures of that. Can hear them calling now.
Yep, put my other lens on.
Now, some things to do here. We understand there is a hiking trail that we're not going to hike on today because we brought Skybird with us, and dogs aren't allowed on trails in Glacier National Park. So we decided to sacrifice a hike today so we could bring our dog with us. I hope you heard that loon call. I know you can't see it, but there is a loon out there on the water.
Let the first sound you hear be a beating heart, speeding bright, speeding bold. As when your eyes come to me, I'm humbled constantly, a supernova in sight.
We came across this cute little cabin in this nice prairie land here. What was this one called? Big Prairie. Big Prairie. Beautiful views. So Margaret McCarthy and her husband Jeremiah and their children traveled from Butte, Montana to the North Fork during the summer of 1908. They quickly located to a homestead claim and built their one-room, hand-hewn, square-notched log cabin in the fall. That winter, Jeremiah died of pneumonia, leaving 41-year-old Margaret and 5 children. The family continued to spend summers in North Fork, and in 1913, Margaret received official title for the property. Can you imagine? A mom and 5 children growing up in this little house way out here in the middle of nowhere. And it's in the middle of nowhere now. Can you imagine what it was in 1908? Wow.
Alice and I have driven in through Coal Bridge and gotten back to Kintla Lake. Right behind us is the Kintla Creek, and I am going to do a turnaround now, do the big reveal, we'll say. So anyway, there's the lake back there behind us. I'll raise that up a little bit. Perfect. So just beautiful up here today. Not very many clouds, which makes it a little harder for some pictures, but it is gorgeous here. We just spent the last 20 minutes talking to one of their park rangers as we're standing on this bridge over the river and just having a great time. We're getting ready to grab our lunch out of the pickup. Yep. And I'm going to set this thing up and see if I can get some time-lapse video.
There's
because
some loons here too. We've been watching the loons.
Right. Yep. I'm seeing that clouds are starting to form over the mountains now, and it might make for some interesting time-lapse video.
Darkness cannot be.
So how's your day been, Gordon?
Pretty good. A lot of time on dirt roads, which usually are the best roads. Dirt roads lead to these amazing views. I mean, we've only been in Montana for, what, 2 months now? But we've driven in the area a lot, and this is by far the best view of that mountain range we have found yet. And I don't think there's going to be a better one. I know in the park there will be a certain benefit because of closeness and proximity, but at this distance you get to see so much of the range and so much of the peaks. It's just beautiful. So if you're gonna rate a trail, a hiking trail, by view, this one would have to be way up there because the view's amazing. It's a bit of a hike. You got some elevation. I'm not sure how high up we are, but it's pretty high up. We drove in 6 miles on a dirt road and most of it was uphill. And we've been walking uphill for just a little bit. And it's supposed to be a 1 mile hike to get to the top. But like I said, if you rate a hike by a view, this is what, a 10 out of a 10?
I think so.
Because that's a good view. We made it to the top of Hornet Lookout. Alice is taking some pictures. We're not going to go inside because somebody has it rented for the weekend, I believe, inside. But we'll get a couple pictures outside. We talked to them real quick and introduced ourselves. Yeah, views from up here are amazing. I mean, and from inside the building, you have views 360 degrees of everything. How awesome is this view? And they have a fire pit up there for an outdoor fire. Can you just imagine what it would be like to be up here at night in the middle of the summer, having a fire, looking at the stars? And I hear that occasionally the northern lights come out up here. This would be the most impressive place in the world I can think of that I've been to see the northern lights.
Yes.
What do you think, Alice?
Oh my gosh. Everything has been so breathtaking of what we've done so far here in Montana that this is just amazing.
Yeah. I had hoped to fly my drone up here, but as you may be hearing, it's a little windy. At the top of the world, I guess there's some wind. So we're gonna say goodbye to the guests in the little cabin behind us, and we're gonna head back down the hill.
The people who are renting the cabin were kind enough to let me come in and take a quick look around. I'm all windblown.
All windblown. Well, we just finished hiking the Hornet Lookout Trail, which is off of North Fork Road, which you can maybe kind of sort of see, but it's like 9 miles down that way is North Fork Road. So you come up a windy road that's fairly narrow, and you have this wonderful view behind you. So you drive in 9 miles. The hike to the top is only 1 mile. It's fairly steep, but it does have some switchbacks in it, which makes it a little bit easier. When we got to the top, the view was just amazing.
Yes.
The old fire lookout building up there that is now a rental.
A rental,
that
yeah.
the state parks rent.
You can 3 nights maximum.
Yep.
The building was built in 1922. And I don't know when they stopped using it.
I think they
but
may still actually put it in service during certain times of year, I believe I read. But we'll put a link to this trail and the website in our description down below for you guys to take a look at. But honestly, you know, we're not like extreme hikers or anything like that, but this has probably been the most scenic hike I've ever been on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the end of June. Today is June 25th, and It's 70 degrees outside, but we still got so high in elevation that we came across snow that was still remaining up at the top.
And Sky loved to play in the snow. She was just rolling all in that snow.
She had a blast.
A ball.
I think she was a little hot and she was trying to cool off, but she always plays in snow like crazy, so she had a lot of fun. But I would, you know, it's really hard to say this because, you know, when people come to Glacier National Park, you want to focus on the park. This hike is not in the park, but obviously you can see the park from here. It's not a bad hike. It's more of the drive. Even if you just drove up here.
Yes. You don't have to hike up there.
It would be well worth the drive.
Right.
Because the view on the other side of the mountain, there's nothing like super impressive over there. It's real pretty, but not
as pretty
this
as that.
kind of pretty.
Yeah.
So I would say at the least, you know, carve some time out of your day if you can, if you have an extra day to come up here. It probably wouldn't take a whole day, but I would give myself at least 4 or 5 hours for the drive in on North Fork Road, the drive up the hill.
So we went to Bowman Lake, we went to Kintla Lake, and then we came up here to Hornet Lookout. And what time did we leave the house today? About 6:30. It's 4:30 now, so it's a full day, but we did a lot of stopping to just enjoy things too. We spent a lot of time at the river at Kintla Lake and river.
Right.
We spent a couple of hours there. So
that bee came back.
You know, you didn't have to, you know, you don't have to spend that much time there if you don't, you know, if you have an extra day, it's a great day.
You will just be in awe at the views.
Yes.
I mean,
take time to chase your adventures.
Yes.
Time won't stop, so